What is going on, everybody? Welcome to the next episode of Hitman Blood Money. It's time to do Death on the Mississippi. So we're gonna bring a silver bowler, but I don't think I actually use it in the strategy. But considering how random this mission is and how you may need to improvise, I highly advise you bring it anyway. So this first gator guy is going to be killed the same exact way as I did before in the old strategy, where you just have to face the railing and just push him as he walks by. This second guy we're going to have to do differently. Originally, I fiber wired him in the cabin, and then his girlfriend, when she was out on the balcony, I would throw her over to eliminate her via accident. That way she doesn't find the body. We can't do that anymore, obviously. So the girlfriend we're going to have to leave alone. Thankfully, this gator guy, he does eventually come out of the cabin, and then he goes to the opposite railing where we can shove him overboard. We have to wait a couple seconds for it to happen, but it at least lets us eliminate him without having to take out the girlfriend, which is a good thing. So when he comes out, 99% of the time, there's a random woman that's going to come out at the same exact time as him. You're just going to have to walk circles behind her and make her go back inside. And also be mindful of a patrolling guard that comes through this exact area, because if he comes at the wrong time, he could see you pushing this target overboard, and we obviously don't want that. So here's the woman. We're expecting her to come out, so just kind of walk behind her and make her go back in. But be careful not to trigger the target. This is the guard I mentioned. Thankfully, he came out at a pretty good time so that he could go by, like so, and then the target goes overboard. So now we're going to hop this little outer scaffolding thing. This should also look familiar to the old strategy. But now, for the remaining, we have 5 targets left. The other 4 gators, and then the captain. We're going to climb the trellis up. You'll notice that we got really lucky that guard didn't see us. We don't want him to see us either, because he'll know that we're up here, and then he'll probably run up here and tell us to get out of the area. So notice where I'm standing. To the right of this beam thing, you want to stand precisely where I'm standing, and then this next gator guy, you know, the one who patrols this walkway, you want him to see you, and you want him to run up to you and tell you to get out. If you're standing precisely where I'm standing, he is going to stand right in front of the railing to our left, and then we can perfectly just shove him off, eliminating the need to human shield him and throwing him over that way. Just like that. Memorize that spot, because we're going to be doing that to the next 3 targets. Basically, we're going to let them see us from the stairwell here, and then we're going to force them to follow us down here and then shove them off one by one. And make sure it's one by one, because we don't want to cause any combat here. So let the shotgun guy get into a position where he can see you, and then you can bait him down here, stand in the exact same spot, and then as he does his arm, basically the cue to move and then throw them over the railing is when they extend their arm like that. You'll notice there's that purser delivering burgers. You're gonna have to keep a very close eye on him while you're doing this, because you do not want him to see you. Because one thing weird about this level is that a lot of the crew members, like the pursers or the engineers, they seem to have like target AI, where they react to you as if they are a guard, and then they'll charge up to you and tell you to leave, using guard phrases like, "Hey buddy, this area is restricted. Get lost." Man, I did my best to reenact that. Anyways, it's very important that that purser that delivers the burgers to the top deck doesn't see you, because then he won't leave you alone, and the goal is targets only, so we don't want to take him out. And then, so just make sure you watch the stairwell like a hawk so that he can't see you as you do this. And then the last gator, the shirtless one, you're going to have to wait for him to come out of the area so that you can do this to him. And that requires him picking up one of the aforementioned burgers. But thankfully my timing turned out pretty good, so it worked out perfectly. So that's all the gators. Now we got to get the captain, Skip Muldoon. So again, the purser that takes burgers up and down from here, we just need to avoid him. We want to make sure we avoid contact with him while we're working our way over to the skip, because we don't want to risk him becoming a witness to us killing him and or finding the body. Now, once we're extracting, it doesn't really matter. He can see us, he can chase us to the ends of the earth. I don't care at that point. But what I don't want to happen is for him to see us before. So kind of sneak around him the exact way I am. You'll notice I had the coin equipped. I had that as a precaution in the event that in the event that I needed to do some kind of distraction. Once you're in here, it doesn't matter if the skip sees you or not. Just charge up to him and you should have more than enough time to nab him from behind with your fiber wire. And I'd suggest using the fiber wire because I'm worried that headshotting him would alert that purser we just snuck around. That is, unless you shoot him in the ass. That is yet another speedrun trick from the Cotty. And special thanks to him for some of the tricks that I utilize, because some of these strategies utilize some pretty good speedrunning tricks, and a lot of them came from the Cotty. So yes, you can exit right now by doing there's a huge glitch in the game where you can kind of walk up the railing to the top deck, and then you can literally fall down to the lifeboat, and then you just got to make sure you mash the escape action before you die. So you'll literally escape while dying. I wish I showed that off. Honestly, I should have, but I guess for the sake of simplicity, I decided I'll just show you how to extract normally. You just need to go back down the trellis to the cabin deck, go down to the staff deck, and then just charge through, ignoring everybody telling you to leave. Because you'll make it to the lifeboat long before guards even consider aggroing. So yeah. Believe me when I tell you, this mission is a lot harder than it looks, and naturally it was one of the hardest to strategize, but and not to mention this was a Silent Assassin suit only run, but I legitimately think this is the best way to do it if you're determined to take out no non-targets, which is the point of these new walkthroughs. But anyways, we did it. I'll see you next time.